I'm kind of curious about, what are people doing now when they're trying to get out of work? Are some of the same things that folk used to say back in the day, I'm sick, child sick, somebody died, we still killing off, um, you know, relatives now. I know at my last company, I had one of my coworkers killed off the same aunt, man, about once every 3 years, and she kind of recycled through different, illnesses and child sick. And I think one time we kind of figured out that the child that she said sick, if we did a calculation, she should be in college, or out the house by now. But what are we doing now? Because with Facebook and all these kind of and Twitter and social media type things, I mean, obviously corporate America is like watching you. Big brothers like everywhere, and they can even track your phone. I don't know some folk who either have like company cell phones or even your cell phone. You have these little group me texts and things where people can kind of figure out where you are. I just wonder if we're doing different things now in the 21st century as opposed to just calling in sick and just saying when we want to miss some work. I remember like Flair Flintstone episode. I'm dating myself. Well, nah, he still comes on. Where Fred had called in sick, and then he and Bonnie went to the game, and then I think like Mr. Sledge or somebody or Slate, whatever his name was out there at the ballpark. So now it's like you telling your boss that you're sick, and then but yet you're posting on Facebook. So I mean, what is that the still the thing to do now? Is call in sick, or can you just? I remember now my last company where they kind of recognized that people weren't always sick when they said they was, and so they had this thing where they just did like a PPO, like paid time off, where you just requested time off and you didn't have to give them an excuse as long as you had the time frame. You didn't have to call with the I'm sick, sort of thing. You just, hey, I want to take a day off, and you have it off. Now the problem came where the company would give you this paid time off, but then at the start of the year, they'd want you to like list all your time off for the whole year, right? And which is good for like big vacations. I mean, pretty much at the start of the year, you have an idea of when you want to take a vacation, and then you also, for a lot of people, they knew around what holidays they want to take extra days. What it came into will be a problem though is like sometimes as you're going through the year, man, you just want to take some time off, man. You just wake up one morning, you don't want to go in, you don't feel like seeing anybody, you don't feel like answering the phone, right? So they still had a little issue with that and want to talk about it, and then that's when people. So even as I'm thinking about it, you can still have a little bit of that sort of syndrome. But I just wonder, is that as big a problem now of getting time off with the ability of your boss to kind of figure out what you're doing with Facebook? Do you go into radio silence when you take these time off? Sure not to tweet and sure not to be on Pinterest or Tumblr or any of these types of things, Instagram, because you're concerned that the boss will find out that you weren't sick. So you do have to make those type of adjustments. I just kind of wonder. So, hey, hit me up in the comment section. Let's talk about it. See what's going on. Video 3. Yeah, 3. I don't know. Yeah, video 3 for today.